Hello and welcome to the September progress log of the No.4 Rifle movie prop development process. In this month we're going to look at moulds, casting of woodwork, the Airsoft No.4 skin, the L42A1 sniper rifle variant, the current state of the extra, supporting and hero variants. So let's move on. We'll look at moulds first. The biggest cost involved in a reproduction No.4 rifle is the woodwork, and in particular the forestock. In the UK at the moment, you'll pay between £200 to £300 for a good quality reproduction, but all of these have faults of one form or another. To enable the price of the extra and the supporting rifles to be produced reasonably, I looked to some means of actually casting my own urethane versions of the forestock. So to that end, I corrected the faults in the woodwork I had and did a mould in silicon. The casting obtained from the moulds is very fine. It contains all of the proper draws and internal components. This then allows me to look at shortened variants such as rifle No. 5 and the L42A1 sniper rifle, as well as cutting away the web at the rear, drilling through and producing a Mark II stock. These are dimensionally correct for new old stock components to go into, as well as my 3D printed versions. Along with the forestock are the upper hand guards. The upper guard complete with the end cap and the lower hand guard complete with a taper. Together these form a low-cost alternative to the reproduction woodwork on the market at the moment, and these I'll extensively use for the extra and supporting actor versions and other variants. To come is a casting of the stock, but I've left that off for the moment. I'll use new old stock for that. Using the urethane casting, I've looked to see if it could be used as a skin for an Airsoft VSR-10 mechanism. The brass barrel, the hop-up and the receiver. These are clad in the urethane cast as well as 3D printed components. Specially modified handguards are used, and a skin to go over the top to give it the appearance. Iron sights, plastic versions of the iron sight are used initially, but that can also be replaced with Picatinny rails to allow you to use your own scope. Next month is extending down to the butt and using the casting that I'm looking at providing there. Along with the Airsoft development, this is a supporting actor version of the L42A1 sniper rifle. In this version we have moving safety, bolt mechanism, and 7.62 version of the magazine to give the correct profile. To this I've added the number 32 telescope. This is a blocked out version. The same telescope and support rail can be added to the No.4 rifle to make a version of the No.4T if required. I'll progress over the next month to add some more detail to the telescope as well as the butt and the cheek piece. So that's the 7.62 version of the L42A1. In a similar manner you could produce with Singer sights and Parker Hale sights the L39 target rifle. Moving on to the No.4 rifle in the extra version. In this case, in the Violent Crime Reduction Act two-tone for the UK. This is, with the exception of the butt, which is new old stock, and the stock bolt, everything else on the rifle is either 3D printed, cast, or new components that can be purchased from any hardware store. The features are 3D printed muzzle, sight, front band, middle band, complete with new fixings, 3D printed magazine, no trigger on this version, it will get broken off by the extras, but there is a standard battle sight, and the bolt function is repeatable. So once painted up, these will make a very low cost alternative for the extras in the back of shot. So that's the No.4 extra version. Let's now move on and we'll have a look at the supporting active version. Okay, this is the supporting active version, and this is a hybrid of 3D and cast components for the front end of the rifle, new old stock components for the butt and for the action where a close-up is required. It's been painted up to simulate woodwork. Bolt functions, safety functions, but the muzzle, the sight, the bands, the woodwork are all the same version that you saw earlier on the extra. As required, these components can be changed out and go for plastic or for metal to suit what's required. It does mean that the magazine can be removed and replaced into the weapon. Okay, so that's the supporting active version. Now let's go for the hero. Finally, the hero version. This is for the close-up work. It has reproduction woodwork, uppers and lower, reproduction butt, plastic muzzle, new old stock sights, new old stock components within the receiver to then mean that the cocking and firing mechanism is correct. Magazine can be removed and replaced. The new feature is with the new butt, it will now accept the correct pig sticker bayonet. So that's the Hero version. So, a wide range of the larger items this month. This leaves the smaller ones for next month, such as the butt casting, some small finessing for the extra, the supporting and the Hero version in particular for round chambering, and continuing work on the Airsoft and the L42A1 versions. Alright, see you next month.